Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into breaking developments that have left the world stunned. Russia's capital, Moscow, has once again become the center of chaos as Ukraine launched one of its most daring and destructive drone strikes to date. The city that was once considered untouchable has turned into a blazing fire zone, and reports suggest that the scale of damage and panic in the Russian capital is unlike anything seen since the beginning of the war. This isn't just another attack, it's a message, a strategic warning, and a moment that may redefine the direction of the entire conflict between Russia and Ukraine. In the early hours of the morning, explosions echoed through Moscow's skyline as Ukrainian drones penetrated deep into Russian territory. Eyewitnesses described the night sky lighting up with flames and debris raining down across multiple districts. Videos circulating online showed fires engulfing buildings, thick smoke rising into the air, and emergency sirens blaring across the city. The attack appeared to target key industrial and logistical centers near the heart of Moscow, signaling that Ukraine's reach has now extended to the very core of Russia's capital. The Russian Ministry of Defense quickly confirmed that a massive drone assault had taken place, claiming that most of the drones were intercepted, but local reports tell a different story. Several drones reportedly hit their intended targets, sparking fires at an oil depot, damaging military facilities, and causing widespread panic among residents. Social media was flooded with footage of terrified civilians watching the night sky erupt in flames. The scale and precision of this operation have left even seasoned analysts shocked. This isn't the first time Ukraine has launched drone strikes deep inside Russia, but what makes this attack extraordinary is the scale and intensity. Experts believe Ukraine may be using a new generation of long-range drones capable of flying hundreds of kilometers undetected. These drones appear to be equipped with advanced navigation systems and stealth features that allow them to bypass Russian air defenses. Moscow's air defense network, once considered one of the most sophisticated in the world, was overwhelmed, raising serious questions about its effectiveness. Putin's administration has tried to downplay the incident, but behind closed doors, sources say there is a growing sense of alarm. The idea that Ukraine can now strike Moscow at will is a nightmare scenario for the Kremlin. It challenges Russia's sense of invulnerability and exposes major weaknesses in its defense infrastructure. The Kremlin's top military advisors reportedly held an emergency meeting to reassess defensive strategies and consider potential retaliatory actions. Meanwhile, state-controlled media has been working overtime to control the narrative, portraying the attack as a minor incident while blocking online footage showing the true scale of destruction. For the Russian people, this was a terrifying wake-up call. The war, which many in Moscow had viewed as distant and abstract, has now arrived at their doorstep. Reports indicate that panic spread through the city as residents witnessed explosions near key landmarks. Some people fled to underground shelters, while others tried to escape the city altogether. The government's attempt to maintain calm was overshadowed by images of burning buildings and fire crews struggling to contain the blazes. Analysts believe Ukraine's strategy is deliberate. By striking Moscow directly, Ukraine is sending a clear message: nowhere in Russia is safe as long as the war continues. It's psychological warfare at its finest, aimed at shaking public confidence in Putin's leadership and exposing the limits of Russian power. Kiev has not officially taken responsibility for the attack, but Ukrainian officials have hinted that more surprises could be coming. They've repeatedly stated that the war will not truly end until Russia feels the same pain and fear that it has inflicted on Ukraine. International reaction has been swift. Western officials have largely refrained from commenting publicly, but behind the scenes there's quiet acknowledgement that Ukraine's growing capability to strike inside Russia marks a turning point. Some Western military experts suggest that Kiev may be receiving advanced intelligence and technological support from its allies, allowing it to plan precision strikes far more effectively than before. Russia, on the other hand, has accused NATO of directly assisting Ukraine in the attacks, a claim NATO officials deny. Inside Russia, the political fallout is growing. Hardline nationalists are demanding harsher retaliation, calling for full-scale strikes on Ukrainian cities in response. They view the drone attack as a humiliation that must be avenged. Yet others within Russia's elite are reportedly worried that such actions could only escalate the war further, leading to even more devastating consequences. Putin now finds himself under immense pressure both to demonstrate strength and to reassure a frightened population that Moscow remains secure. This latest incident also raises critical questions about Russia's air defense capabilities. For years, Moscow has boasted about having some of the most advanced anti-air systems in the world, including the S-400 and S-500. But the fact that dozens of drones manage to breach this defense network suggests serious flaws. Ukrainian military planners seem to have studied Russian defenses carefully, exploiting gaps and weaknesses. It's a tactical evolution that shows how the war has become not just a test of brute force, but of technology, intelligence, and adaptability. The attack comes at a time when Russia's military is already stretched thin. Heavy losses on the front lines in Ukraine, combined with growing domestic unrest, have left the Kremlin in a precarious position. Analysts say these drone strikes serve a dual purpose: to undermine Russia's morale and to distract its military from operations in the south and east of Ukraine. By forcing Russia to divert resources to defend its own cities, Ukraine can relieve pressure on its frontline troops and create opportunities for counterattacks. For ordinary Russians, the sense of fear is growing. Social media posts from Moscow residents reveal widespread anger at the government's failure to protect them. Many are questioning why, despite trillions of rubles spent on defense, drones are still able to reach the capital. This could be one of the most serious challenges to Putin's image since the war began. His portrayal as a strong, unshakable leader has been undermined, and cracks are beginning to show in his support base. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, there's a growing sense of pride and determination. Many Ukrainians see this operation as symbolic justice, a taste of the fear and destruction Russia has unleashed on their cities for nearly 3 years. Social media in Ukraine is filled with celebratory posts, praising the armed forces and highlighting how far their technological capabilities have come. The attack has also served to boost morale among Ukrainian troops, reinforcing the belief that victory, while still distant, is possible. Experts are warning that this escalation could trigger a dangerous cycle of retaliation. Russia might respond with intensified missile strikes on Ukrainian infrastructure, targeting energy grids and civilian centers as winter approaches. Such a move could deepen the humanitarian crisis already gripping Ukraine. The international community is urging restraint, but both sides seem locked in a spiral of tit-for-tat escalation that shows no sign of slowing down. Geopolitically, this strike could also have wider implications. China, India, and other nations maintaining delicate diplomatic balances with Russia are closely watching these developments. If Moscow appears weak or unable to protect its capital, it could lose leverage on the global stage. Allies might begin to question Putin's long-term stability, while adversaries could see an opportunity to push harder against Russian interests. The symbolism of flames over Moscow is powerful. It suggests that even the mighty Russian Federation is no longer immune from the consequences of its own aggression. In terms of military innovation, this moment is a testament to how drone warfare has transformed modern conflict. Small, relatively inexpensive drones can now deliver devastating results that rival traditional missile strikes. Ukraine's ingenuity in developing and deploying these systems under constant pressure has earned global attention. This attack on Moscow demonstrates that even a nation under siege can adapt, innovate, and strike back in ways that defy traditional military logic. As Putin grapples with this new reality, the world is watching closely. Will he double down with overwhelming retaliation, or will he be forced to reconsider his strategy? Thus far, every Ukrainian success has pushed him further into isolation, with sanctions tightening and his military credibility deteriorating. The fear inside the Kremlin isn't just about drones, it's about the growing realization that time and technology may be turning against them. Across Europe, there's a growing debate about whether these strikes could provoke Russia into broader action. Some experts fear that if Moscow feels cornered, it could resort to more extreme measures, including cyber warfare or even tactical nuclear threats. Others argue that Ukraine has every right to defend itself and to take the fight to Russian soil after years of relentless bombardment. The moral and strategic implications of this are complex, but one thing is clear: this war has entered a new and unpredictable phase. The psychological impact on Russia's population is perhaps the most profound. For the first time in decades, ordinary citizens in Moscow are experiencing what Ukrainians have endured for years: the terror of explosions, the uncertainty of safety, and the realization that their government cannot guarantee protection. This shift in perception could have long-term consequences for Russian society, eroding faith in the state and fostering dissent in subtle but significant ways. As the fires in Moscow smolder and the world digests the images of destruction, one thing is certain: the war between Russia and Ukraine is evolving in ways few could have predicted. The front lines are no longer confined to the Donbas or the Black Sea. They now stretch into the heart of Russia itself. Every drone that pierces Moscow's defenses is not just a weapon, but a symbol of defiance, a statement that Ukraine refuses to bow. Putin's reaction in the coming days will be crucial. His next moves could either escalate this conflict to dangerous new heights or open the door to renewed diplomatic pressure. But judging from his past behavior, the former seems far more likely. The Russian president cannot afford to appear weak, especially not after an attack that has shaken the image of his invincibility. Yet each act of aggression only deepens Russia's isolation and hardens Ukraine's resolve. This unfolding situation has turned the world's attention back to the core question of this war: how far is Russia willing to go, and how much is Ukraine prepared to endure? The drone attacks on Moscow have rewritten the rules of engagement, proving that no city, no leader, and no government can remain untouched in a modern war defined by technology and resilience. As smoke still rises over Moscow's skyline, the message is unmistakable: the balance of fear has shifted. Ukraine has shown that it can strike where it hurts the most, and Russia, for all its power, is not beyond reach. What happens next will shape the future of this war, and possibly the future of global security. The eyes of the world remain fixed on the heart of Russia, where fire, fear, and uncertainty now reign.